How's it going, everybody? I hope you're all doing well. Sorry for the delay in videos as I've been either on vacation or trying to beat dead cells. As of today, the 10-footer army is 1100 strong, so you know what that means. It's time for another giveaway. Leave a comment below and in the next video I'll pick somebody and send them something in the mail. So now let's start the video. Alright, so the first thing here is a buy two get one free sale for retro stuff that GameStop had a little while ago. In case you guys have never bought any of the retro stuff from them, this is how all the games come in a box just like this with air packets, and then all the games are put into their own individual Ziploc bags, and then there's normally a packing slip, although this box didn't come with one. So the first game that we have here is Medabots AX. Now this is not the game that I ordered. There's actually 4 games in this series. 2 are RPGs and 2 are fighting games. The one that I ordered is the silver Rokusho version, which is in the bottom left, and they actually sent me the one that's second from the left. Not only did I already have this game, but the prices between the two types differ greatly, as the RPGs are normally over 20 and the AX games are under 5. Next up is Gekio Shooting King, probably the #1 PS1 shmup that no one's ever heard of. Now I don't mind that this game came disc only. My problem is that their resurfacing machines are garbage and they make the disc look like complete trash. And last up is Mario Golf, and this game is deceivingly heavy. There's actually a lot of sticker residue on here, not that I'm complaining because I don't care, but GameStop was priding themselves on how they meticulously clean everything and take it apart, and they obviously don't, so I don't know why I'd even bother saying it if you're not going to do it. And now I will be returning these games, but let's take a look at them before I bring them back to the store. Medabots AX was developed by Natsume and released in 2002 exclusively for the Game Boy Advance. The AX spin-off moved the series away from an RPG to a fighting game. The game centers around building your Medabot, fighting them, and continuously upgrading. Although there are 26 Medabots games released in multiple versions, only 5 games in total have been released outside of Japan. So Mario Golf is one of the games I couldn't believe I didn't actually have in my collection, so this is one I was most excited to get, and I never even got a chance to play the original Mario Golf. Mario Golf was developed by Camelot Software and released in 1999 for the Nintendo 64 and Game Boy Color. Data and characters can be transferred between the two games via the N64 transfer pack. Although the console version is an easy-to-play sports game, the Game Boy Color version is a sports RPG. Mario Golf features staple Nintendo characters like Mario, Peach, and Yoshi, as well as characters developed by Camelot themselves like Charlie and Sunny. And again, here's that copy of Gekio Shooting King. This is that one shmup that you never hear anybody talk about or even know that it's a thing that exists. This is what the disc artwork looks like, and then on the back, you can't really tell, but there's just a really bad buff job done. Gekio Shooting King was released in arcades in 1997 and in North America for the PlayStation in 2002. The game is a 2-player vertically scrolling shoot 'em up spanning 8 stages. The PlayStation version has some added game modes, but also has some arcade content removed, like high scores in the game's plot. Gekio Shooting King has a sequel that was released exclusively for the PlayStation 2 titled Steel Dragon Evolution. Now I've bought retro games online from GameStop at least a dozen times in the past, and everything has normally been very clean and it's all been authentic. There's only one time where I had some issues with the disc buffing. Next time I have a retro buy two get one free, I'll see if I can fare any better, and if I can't, they'll just take the stuff back. Now here's a pawn shop, and I found out that this place had retro games because they had a Craigslist ad posted showing them with their prices, so I knew what everything was going to cost going in. Now nothing here is a good deal. You can get everything cheaper on eBay. Like this copy of Super Mario 64 here is $31. The copy of Blast Corps is $10. Down here we got this World of Illusion, the Mickey Mouse game, which is $14. Zombies Ate My Neighbors is $40. And then here we have this Complete Sunset Riders, which is $80. Now the only reason I even came here is because they had this copy of Turkin here for $6.99, and I thought that price was fine. And then here's this NES action set. It says it's complete and fully tested for $120. You could probably do a whole lot worse than that. And then of course we have this Beatles rock band. I'm guessing this has everything, $70 with all the instruments. It's probably pretty good. I don't ever see that stuff. And now this was awesome. They had these 3DS systems here. Now that limited edition Pokemon one, they've had this forever, but it just looks so good. And a bunch of 10-footers. I mean, look at this DS selection. It's just awful. Here is Real Fishing, some Marvel vs. Capcom, and 3 other N64 games that I cannot remember what they were. Here we have some systems. Again, nothing here is really that good of a deal. It's really even higher than what you pay online. Here's the Wii section. That copy of Mario Kart Wii was $25. There's 2 Wii U Scribblenauts games in here. There's some Just Dance, some Sims, some Pets, just overall 10-footer city. Wii Fit Plus, Mighty No. 9, which is not that great. There's really just a bunch of random stuff. There's Wii Sports Resort, and then Super Mario or Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympics. Now here's the Xbox 360 selection, and there are 2 copies of Fable Anniversary for $15, which is a good price, but one of them has a printout cover and the other one looks like it has water damage. So unless you want to put this into your collection, I don't really think there's a lot of money to be made here. We got some Madden, some Sims 3, Splinter Cell. Here's Guitar Hero Metallica, $10. What else do we have here? Shadow of Mordor. Here's Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, $16. This is the Day 1 edition. Might be a good deal. I don't know. I don't have an Xbox One. There's NCAA football. We got some Call of Duties here. The original Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 3. Some Grand Theft Auto down there. We have the Ultimate Sith edition for the Star Wars The Force Unleashed, but I think that's just a printout and a regular copy in there. We have some NBA 2K19, PS4 selection, and the Xbox One. It's honestly pretty decent. There's a lot of staples here. Gears of War, there's Madden, Ratchet and Clank. I think Destiny was up there, Need for Speed, Bioshock, which is one of my favorite games of all time. There's Skyrim, Resident Evil 6. But really none of this stuff is that great of a deal. I mean, if you can't find this stuff online cheaper, you can probably find it at GameStop cheaper. And now here's the copy of Turkin. It's all cleaned up and everything, and it looks great. It's one of the bigger carts, kind of like the original Double Dragon and not like the EA carts. But yeah, $7 I thought was a fine price for this game. Turkin was released in 1991 for the Sega Genesis. It was also developed for other consoles like the Amiga, the Atari ST, TurboGrafx 16, and the Game Boy. The game is a run and gun shooter where the level scrolls horizontally and vertically. Turkin spawned multiple sequels for the NES, SNES, and Genesis. There was also a cancelled entry for the Atari Jaguar. The video game released for the movie Universal Soldier is a reskin version of Turkin. So one day as I'm cruising Craigslist, I see this Wii Sports Resort ad here for $20. It just says Wii Sports Resort CD with Wii Motion Plus, new, never used. So I email the person and I say, hey, what is the condition of this? There's no pictures. And she says, hey, it's brand new, never been used, has everything. I offered her $15 and she took it. And when I went to pick it up, this is what I got. As you can see here, it has been opened, but the game itself is factory sealed, as you can see there. Now, the outer box was not factory sealed, and I'm not so sure it ever came factory sealed from Nintendo. To the left of that, you have the wrist strap. To the left of that, you have the big outer box. To the left of that, you have the instructions for the Wii Motion Plus. And to the left of that, you have the Wii Motion Plus and the silicone grip. I love collecting big box games, so for $15, this was a steal. Wii Sports Resort was released in 2009 exclusively for the Nintendo Wii and is a direct sequel to Wii Sports. The game includes 10 new activities including swordplay, wakeboarding, frisbee, archery, basketball, power cruising, canoeing, cycling, and air sports, as well as 2 activities from Wii Sports including golf and bowling, and table tennis from Wii Play. Wii Sports Resort is completely reliant on Wii Motion controls and requires the Wii Motion Plus peripheral that it was originally packaged with. And now we're going to hit up my favorite thrift store, which is Savers. Alright, first off we have the video game section. There's some PS1 stuff up there. A lot of 10-footers here. I mean, look at this DS selection. Look at that. Just look at that. Super Thunderblade, trash. All this Madden, garbage. Just 10-footer city, population me. There is a copy of X-Men Legends there, which is awesome. Angry Birds Trilogy, which I'm going to pick up for the Wii U. There's just 360, Madden, just other Madden, just literal trash. Like, you can't move this stuff. The plastic is worthless. NBA 2K, whatever. Here's a Dash mug from something, I don't know, I just thought it was great from The Incredibles. Here is a third-party PS2 controller, brand new for $10. Maybe not the best if you're looking for something. Here is like a NASCAR plug and play. This is actually pretty cool. I probably should have picked it up for an episode of Plug and Play and Review, but I didn't. We got some Disney Blu-rays here. Princess and the Frog, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and Monsters Inc. $3.99 a piece. Before discounts, you cannot beat that. Here are some PS2 games packaged together, Gran Turismo and ATV Off-Road Fury. Here's Rock Band, Guitar Hero 2, and Guitar Hero 3. I'm getting back into the Guitar Hero, so I've been looking for part 2. And then here we have 3 Wii games for $3. Sonic and the Secret Rings, Just Dance Kids, and Wipeout. You really cannot beat that. And then you have Kinect Adventures and DJ Hero. DJ Hero is fun. Now here is Dungeons & Dragons Set 1 Basic Rules. Now I'm not saying this is original for $3. I'm not saying that this is original, but it's old. It's not new. This did not come with any of the dice or the pencils that are listed on the box, but it did come with both of the books, some graph paper, and some of the other information that's in there on how to play the game. Very nice. This is one of my favorite finds of the entire video, honestly. Here is a Plants vs. Zombies plush. This is the Sprinter. Now, I've left these behind before because they didn't have tags. They're probably just knockoffs, but this is official, and it's actually pretty nice. Here we have some Mario Kart 8 magnets. These were, what, $1.99 for 2 of them before discounts, and then 9 of these mystery Platoons Squid keychains for $2. I'm picking both of these up. And then here we have a Rock Band 3 Keytar. I don't remember which console this for, if it really matters. $5. It's missing the back battery cover, and this thing is actually pretty heavy, but I left it behind. I don't need it. Here's a 15-in-1 family pack. You cannot go to a thrift store without seeing Wii Fit pads or this or whatever kind of trash laying around. People just produce this like crazy. Here we have a Star Wars Episode 7 operation. I've talked about licensing before, it's a great idea. Here's BB-8 on the operating table, great idea. Now some company somewhere dumped off this trash stock. We have some Star Wars Clone Wars, We Play, We Fit, just like unsellable trash, probably $1 a piece. It was probably GameStop came by and just dumped the stuff off. And then here we have some Rock Band and Guitar Hero controllers. Now, I don't want any of those, but look what I find in there. A Gibson Explorer for the 360. This is what I have been looking for. Guns N' Roses sticker on there, which is my favorite band of all time. And then look at this. When I flip it over, look how much this costs. $3.99. I'm in. I have been looking for this, and finding this was easily one of my favorite finds of the video. Now, this is very cool. We have some PC games here. Here's World of Warcraft for $1.99, but even cooler. Star Wars Episode 1 Phantom Menace, complete, 99 cents. And look at this, Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, one of my favorite games, 99 cents. Cannot beat that, in great shape. Even if Phantom Menace isn't that great, Star Wars Episode 1 Racer is one of the best things about the new trilogy. Now here's one of those VCR games. This is Clue. I've never seen this, but my buddy used to have one of these and we used to play it like with the lights out and get really freaked out. And these things used to blow my mind when I was a kid because I didn't really understand how they worked. I didn't really understand how a lot of things worked. And it always knows where you are because you set it up and you're playing and pausing it. And by the way, this is what a VHS tape looks like in case you don't know. But a very cool thing to play, honestly, even just once, and cool to play in Halloween. Now here's a PS2, $10, no hookups, no controllers. The front of it has the front of the disc tray busted off and the back is missing the expansion port. This is just way too much for $10, so I'm checked out on that, don't need it. And now for the stuff that I actually picked up at Savers. Here's the Angry Birds Trilogy. Now this originally had a sticker on it for $7.99, but the guy just rang it up for $3.99 with the other Disney Blu-rays that I picked up. Angry Birds Trilogy was released on 3DS, Wii, Wii U, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation Vita between 2012 and 2013. It contains Angry Birds Seasons, and Angry Birds Rio, as well as exclusive levels that are not available in the original releases. In the game, you launch birds from the left side of the stage and try to destroy everything on the right side with as few attempts as possible. And here's Sonic and the Secret Rings. Now this did come with 2 other games, and all 3 of these games were actually still wet when I took them out of the bag. So I just took the other 2 games to a local game store on my way home and traded them in for about $5, and I just kept this one, and I'm kind of regretting it actually. Sonic and the Secret Rings was developed by Sonic Team and released exclusively for the Wii in 2007. It's the first entry in the short-lived Sonic storybook series and is based on the Arabian Nights stories. The gameplay is primarily Wii motion controlled and includes an experience system to unlock special abilities. Sonic and the Secret Rings also offers a party mode which contains 40 minigames for up to 4 players. And here's that 3-pack, it's just rhythm games. The first one here is Rock Band. Now I don't want this game, so I'll probably either just donate it back or just give it to anybody who wants it. With these bags, they're a good deal, but there's no separating, so whatever's in there is what you get for the set price. Here's Guitar Hero 2. Now this is why I actually bought it. I'm back into the Guitar Hero thing, as you guys know, and I don't have to, and I've been wanting to play it, and it was in great shape. Guitar Hero 2 was released in 2006 for PlayStation 2 and 2007 for Xbox 360. Like the original game, most of the song recordings are cover versions. The game features 74 songs on disc as well as downloadable content. The PlayStation 2 version of the game was bundled with a Gibson SG controller, and the 360 version was bundled with a Gibson Explorer controller. And the third game in here was Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock. Now you guys have probably seen me pick this game up at least a half a dozen times this year. I wouldn't have even taken this, but again, it's all or nothing, so it just came with it. And here are the games in there. These ones were in actually really nice shape, even if they're not worth that much, and I was really excited to get Guitar Hero 2. And here are those complete in-box Star Wars games. The first one here is the Phantom Menace, and the second one is Episode 1 Racer. These are both from 1999, and they're both from the Phantom Menace movie. Now, these were 80 cents a piece after discounts, and they were just in really nice shape. I couldn't leave them behind, even if these won't play on my computer. I've tried to play older games, and they just won't play, so you really have to have a computer like dedicated for it. But 80 cents, couldn't pass them up. And easily one of my favorite pickups of the video and something I have been looking for forever. This is a Gibson Explorer controller for Guitar Hero 2. This is the wired controller for the 360, and I believe it's the only one that's actually wired. And I've just been looking for this forever, and I just haven't been finding it. And here are those Mario Kart magnets. There was nothing special about these, I just picked them up because they were there. But Mario Kart 8 is my favorite game in the entire series. So I'll take the extra magnet here and I'll put it in the package that I send whoever wins in the next video. And here are those Platoons Squid mystery keychains. These came out to, I believe, like 17 cents a piece after discounts. I thought they were too cool to pass up. So I'm going to open one here, and then I'm going to make a video where I open the other 8 of them. So there's 6 different colors here that you can get. I'm not sure if there are different rarities. A lot of the Funko blind bag and blind box stuff do have different rarities, but these aren't made by Funko, and they're probably just 1 out of 6. I haven't played a lot of Splatoon, but I do love the art, and the colors in that game just really pop, so I figured for less than 20 cents a piece, we could see exactly what these things look like. So the one we have here is actually the pink one. I thought it would be a lot smaller than this, honestly. And here's a key to kind of show you the scale. So we'll open the other ones of these in another video, the other 8 of them, and I will give away whatever ones are duplicates. These are the 6 colors that you can get here. There's orange, purple, green, blue, turquoise, and pink. What have you picked up lately? What have you been playing? Thank you guys for watching, and as always, stay nerdy.
Getting your nerd on, getting your nerd on, getting your nerd on.
I got a raging nerd on.